All right, welcome Triton Trojan fans. I'm Andy here alongside Gavin Greer and the Hall of Famer Ryan Lemon for the Triton Trojan Sports Network. As our home hosting Blue Swish welcome in the Tippecanoe Valley Lady Vikings coming in with a 7-2 record. Triton, of course, 4-7 on the season. These two teams have met several times. Of course, it's not on John Harrell's site. I'm sure they played quite a bit. But going between these two teams, Tippecanoe Valley looking very good this season, 7-2 on the season, with wins against the only two losses coming against Warsaw and Goshen was in a tournament game. Look at these two teams. I mean, offensively, they allow 55 points. They score average about 55 points a game, while allowing about 40 points per game. So tonight, Triton's big thing is they're going to have to slow them down scoring. They did it against Knox. We saw them do on Saturday. Triton mainly scores about 29 points a game, but allows 37 points. So they're going to have to do everything they can to win that turnover battle, use those turnovers to create the offense on the other side, Gavin.
Yeah. They've done a really good job at forcing turnovers this year, and they gain points off of it.
And that's where they're going to kind of have to be on top. They're going to have to get going early because Valley will get out and they're going to get going early. I mean, they are favored pretty heavy-handed here, 54-27 according to John Harrell. But I think that could be a little bit closer. I mean, given how they played Knox, yeah, the Knox game, they did end up losing in that one. But you look at how they played that game, how well they played. 42-19 doesn't really tell the whole tale. Yeah. Because it was close there for a long time. Mm-hmm. They were very disruptive in the first half. It was more of a defensive game. It wasn't that high-scoring, get-up-and-go kind of ball game, but Triton really fought in that game. There's a lot of things the defense can really do to create that offensive tonight. Who are you looking to have a big game here tonight at home?
I'm going to guess Whitney Miller's going to have a big game. She's been doing really well this season. Lexia Hostrawser's been playing well, too. Almost the whole starting five's been playing well.
And like you said, between Hostrawser and Abbey Viers and Whitney Miller, that front court there, they play really well. And Viers and Hostrawser have really grown in their spot down in the post, really attacking after they get a rebound. They're not looking to pass. They're looking to go back up and score or draw a foul and get to the free throw line. And then you look at Taren, Yates, and Kinsey Atkins. Those two players have really just grown this season, that backcourt. You start to see that chemistry those two start to mesh back there. These two have a bright future ahead of them, and I think this is still a pretty good crew that's still young yet. But yet they're going to get figured out. But then you also have the Swiss Army knife in Whitney Miller and all the things she does so well. I mean, she gets out and defensively, she's all over the place. I mean, the other night against who we beat the other night? That's bad. Oh, we had LaVille here the first opening game. I mean, Whitney Miller was all over the place, intercepting balls, knocking away, shooting. I mean, they were all over the place, and yet they kept fighting. That was very encouraging to watch as far as what she can do. And I know they're down to their last 4 home games as Trojans. I mean, it's coming out of the wire for them. This is the first of the last 4, I believe. Yeah. They'll have 2 more here the rest of the week and then 1 more after a 3-game road trip. So kind of going there, you got to believe there's going to be a little bit more adrenaline pumping through Whitney Miller in these last 4 games at home. Then you look at Alyxa Viers, the other senior. I mean, another senior, her and Jess Soriano, those two players, their senior careers are coming and winding down here to play at the trench. Alyxa Viers had a pretty good game. I mean, she's real good in the paint. Yeah. Real good job, provides those valuable minutes when she's in. And so does Jess Soriano. I mean, when she kind of gets herself going, she's a good ball handler. Just kind of got to watch her control here and there, but yet she's done a real good job this season as well. JV fell earlier here tonight, 27-23, led until the final few minutes of the ball game. Yeah. Leading the way, leading all scores tonight was Emma Hepler with 10 points. 5 points for Delaney Miller, 4 points for Kinsey Atkins, and 2 points apiece there for Jolie Groves and Morgan Feldman.
So how many of those points came from the 3 for Emma?
1 bucket came from 3-point line.
Oh, I thought she had 2.
I might have been wrong. I only had marked down 1.
I could be wrong. Be right.
Well,
she shot a lot.
I could be wrong. There's a few times I had to switch things on the stats. I rabbit trail and I start looking everywhere else. But so the Triton JV now falling to 4-7 on the season. Played real good though. I mean, they played a pretty good game, and they kind of started to fall off there in that second half there a little bit. But we're inside the final minute here before the ball game gets going. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back after the starting lineups and the national anthem.
So when you're ready to go, all you got to do is turn that up.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Trojan Trench for tonight's contest between the Tippecanoe Valley Lady Vikings and your Triton High School Lady Trojans. On behalf of the Triton community, entire staff and student body of Triton Junior Senior High School, we welcome Tippecanoe Valley as our guest at tonight's game. At this time, if you please rise, and gentlemen, kindly remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Starting tonight for Tippecanoe Valley is Sidney Wagner, Emma Craig, Jillian Walls, Hayley Backus, Kaydence Mellot. For Triton, we have Taren, Yates, Whytnie Miller, Abbey Viers, Lexia Hostrawser, and Kinsey Atkins.
So there's our starting five. Valleys, like I said, 7-2 on the year. Only 2 losses coming against Goshen and Warsaw. Both tough games for them. Of course, missing Sophie Buzzard. She's now out playing college ball. Was the big-time scorer for Valley, but, I mean, they picked up right off, 7-2 records to start off the season. Not a bad way to get going. Then once they get in the thick of things in the over there in their conference, once they kind of get conference play going, I believe Valley's going to be a pretty strong team.
Yeah.
So we got the starters out there. Like I said, Valley scoring about 55, average about 55 points a game. Triton's going to have to do a real good job defensively to slow them down, play their style of basketball. And like I said, like we talked earlier, defense has got to create the offense here tonight and give them a chance to get a chance to see if they can pull one out here at home. Like I said, I hardly ever want to count our girls out because every time the defense steps up, they have a chance. And with Whitney Miller playing as hard as she is and the girls playing well in the post, I think we got a pretty solid chance to give Tippecanoe all they have run for their money here tonight.
Our defense has done really well against the big schools we played. Well, not big, but the better teams that we played. We did really well against Argus, played pretty well against Plymouth too, defensive-wise.
So we'll see what head coach Adam Heckaman has in store for us here as Chris Kindig and his Lady Vikings will take the floor. Jumping will be Hayley Backus going up against Abbey Viers for the tip-off.
Throughout tonight's game, disruption of this or any athletic contest
so we'll get
ground for removal and a possible exclusion from attending.
Don will finish.
Your cooperation and positive support is greatly appreciated.
We'll get things underway here. So Tippecanoe Valley and the Blue Swish square off here at the Trojan Trench, and this game's underway. First of 3 here this week for the Blue Swish. Wagner with it now, looking right, works it on over to Mellot. They work it up across the perimeter, drops it down low, and the shot's up and no good there. Missed the shot was Mellot, and Triton takes the rebound. They're going to see offense in a hurry. Good defensive stop there. And Valley's going to come out with a little bit of a pressure defense. High pass to Taren Yates. She'll work through. No look pass. Whitney Miller, corner three's up. Puts it in.
That's a good job by Yates.
Oh, a two-pointer.
Is it 2-pointer?
It was a 2-pointer. That's okay. We can fix it.
I got it.
So Valley coming back on the attack. Working around the perimeter. Alone for 3. She'll try one as Mellot off the mark. And rebound's going to go to Backus. Yeah, Backus guy. There we go. Whitney Miller now. She'll pull the ball on over to Taren Yates. On over Kinsey Atkins. She'll try a three. Back iron, too tall, up over the backboard. And now I want to go back to Valley. So Valley goes to inbound here. Like I said, first of 3 this week here for the Blue Swish. Elkhart Christian tomorrow night, Casson on Saturday. And Valley here goes to work. Wagner working right, drops it on over. On over. Shot there for Walls is up and in. And Tippecanoe is on the board with that three-pointer.
Jillian Walls with the 3.
Whitney Miller past the half-court line. On to Taren Yates on the right side. Drops it down into Hostrawser. She'll go baseline, goes to Abbey Viers, and she'll say, you got a kickball? So Kinsey Atkins will go to inbound. And we'll see what the Trojans can do here. Abbey Viers gets it up the front iron, no go, just short. Rebound's going to go to Craig. She's on the fast break. Backs on the right wing, drops down low. Shots up and in for Backus.
Hayley Backus.
She worked well in the post there. Good transition offense there by the Vikings. Kinsey Atkins on over to Taren Yates. Hostrawser working along the baseline. Gets it down there, down low. She'll go up strong, up off the glass, puts it in. Lexia Hostrawser reopens the bank there, and Triton's back on the board.
Really good move by Yates to work it down there, draw off the defense from Hostrawser and get her open for the points.
Triton looking pretty strong here on offense, getting some good quality looks there on the offensive side. Tipped away by Kinsey Atkins, and it'll go off the hands of Mellot, and Triton takes back over after that turnover. That's, I believe, our first turnover of the ball game.
Really good job to force it there.
Kinsey Atkins was pretty active there in the JV game, forcing turnovers. She has been all season, and she did a real good job there by kind of throwing off Mellot there. High pass, and it'll go off the outstretched arm of Emma Craig. And Triton hangs on. Long pass. Valley showing off their speed to close out there on defense. Kinsey Atkins on the attack. Here comes the trap. She gets caught on the sideline, and they're going to say she traveled, and Triton will turn it over. Both teams turnovers on their last offensive possession. Walls with it now. Will go to work. Angles her way right. Comes back on near side to Wagner. She'll drop it off. Mellot will try a corner three. No good off the mark. Rebound to Backus. And she'll go to shoot, but she'll kind of get knocked around. She'll throw it out of bounds. Whitney Miller to inbound. Triton getting the clear court to work in. Not getting any press from Valley here in this early in this ball game. Whitney Miller receives the no-look pass. Kinsey Atkins with it now. On top, Taren Yates quickly over to Whitney Miller. Looking like a good one early. Kinsey Atkins is losing it there, trying to fight for it, lost the dribble, and Craig will take it away. Valley's on the fast break, on over. Shot by Mellot's up and in for the N1 opportunity. Good transition offense there, passing there for Valley on the way in. And that foul, I believe, is going to be on number 24, Abbey Viers.
She did a good job trying to get back there, though, and put some pressure on the shot.
Means, hey, make them earn those 2 points on those fast breaks. And that shot by Mellot's in. So they'll take a 4-point lead here at the Trojan Trench. Taren Yates on the attack. Here comes that press. And it'll go off the leg of Craig and try to hang on to it. Kinsey Atkins will go on the other side of the court. Hands back to Whitney Miller, and she'll go to work now. Wagner out to meet her by the half-court line. Atkins on the left wing. Wagner gets a piece of it. Whitney Miller keeps from going back over the other side. Goes back to Taren Yates. Really pretty good pressure defense being played by the Vikings.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job at closing out and putting a lot of pressure on us. Good shot by Yates.
Nice pull-up jumper for Taren Yates, and Triton draws back within 2. Looking good here early. I like the offensive explosion to get out there and attack early.
Yeah.
2-3 zone being played by Triton. Those three that play down there in that little block between Hostrawser, Viers, and Miller do a real good job. As Wagner will find some daylight in the lane there, and she'll take it up and in. Maybe been the commentator's curse on that one. Some good trap defense being played there by Valley, and Abbey Viers will travel. Wanted to go to Hostrawser in the low block. Was kind of shut off there at the last second, tried to adjust. Couldn't quite get it to adjust there, and Triton turns it over. Wagner past the half-court line for the Lady Vikings. She'll go with the screen there. Pulls it back. On top. Walls with it now straight away. She'll work right. Tries to go away, but Whitney Miller will kick it. And will stay here with the Lady Vikings. Walls to inbound. Finds Wagner. And Taren Yates will come in and tip it away, and it's going to go off of Taren Yates. So it's good defense. They're really getting there, making Valley think, okay, they got to really keep their mind on possession of the basketball with that kind of those active hands. It really can throw off the offense enough to kind of give yourself some key offensive possessions. Mellot alone for three. In and out, no good. Rebound's going to go to Taren Yates on the fast break. And it'll get knocked away by Mellot, and they'll turn it right back over. Wagner comes past the half-court line, works it back over. Walls drops down in. Craig will kick it out. And Wagner will drive. Floater for her is in. Valley's starting to find their groove offensively as they now lead by 6. Whitney Miller on over to Kinsey Atkins. Craig saw the long pass as a possibility. She kind of came out of the post there to make sure Taren Yates didn't get that long pass. Kinsey Atkins with the head fake. She'll pull up and shots up and off the back iron, no good. And she'll go to the line for 2. I believe the foul is going to be on number 22, Kaydence Mellot. Mellot. We'll say it right from now on, Mellot. And Kinsey Atkins was perfect in the JV game, and she'll miss her first free throw of the ball game there. She'll get another attempt, though.
Really smart of her to put it up there, draw the foul.
Oh, yeah, saw the contact. I mean, that's a smart player there with that high IQ, and unfortunately she'll go 0 for 2 from the line. But that gives her those opportunities to get those free throw opportunities down there, to attack and see if you can draw some contact.
Yeah.
Walls will try a 3. Too strong off the side iron, put back up and no good by Backus. But Taren Yates gets the defensive rebound. They're on the attack. No look past the Kinsey Atkins, a little almost too forward. And Atkins trying to find a place to go with it up top. Wagner's got a piece of it. She's going to be on the attack, and they're going to say she touched the sideline. I didn't quite look down there for it. I'm not used to this angle yet. So Whitney Miller now goes to inbound, and Triton will get another crack at it. Jess Soriano will come in following a dead ball. Kinsey Atkins, left wing 3, not there, no good. Rebound, and it's going to be Wagner, rips it away from Abbey Viers. And she'll go up strong on the fast break and get another and one opportunity. Wagner, 4 points in the night for her. It was a good job to attack and see kind of that little bit of daylight and just accelerate through the pressure there.
6 points on night. I didn't know she made that last shot.
Oh, no, you're good. So 6 points for her. So Alyxa Viers and Jess Soriano checking in, seeing their first action of the ball game. So we got 3 seniors on the floor for Triton. And Wagner, empty trip from the charity stripe for her. And Whitney Miller is now going to go to work. Soriano gets trapped in the corner, finds Whitney Miller. On to Hostrawser. Her shot's up. Might have been rushed just enough, and Alyxa Viers comes in and knocks it away. Keeps it with Triton. Whitney Miller pull-up jumper off the glass, puts it in. Whitney Miller reopens the bank there and draws back within 6. Nice play by her to get the heads-up pull-up jumper, seeing she had some space and just put up a shot.
Yeah.
Craig in the low block. On over. Mellot, deep 2. No good, just short. Rebound for Walls, but they're going to say, I believe, Alyxa Viers might have the over and back. Or, excuse me, the right?
It's like they said push.
Oh, they said to push. Couldn't quite see where he was going there. And they got to really fight for us through the screen there as Walls will try a three, uncontested, no good. Jess Soriano with the rebound.
Triton needs to do a better job at closing out to the wings. They've got a lot of opportunities to shoot it. We've been lucky that they haven't been able to hit them from outside so far.
Whitney Miller's three's off the mark. Alyxa Viers tried to come and get the rebound. It'll go out of bounds. And Tippy Valley takes back over after that missed chance of getting the rebound. Wagner with the basketball now. She'll go to work top the key. On over, finds Walls. Drops into Craig on the left elbow. She'll go. Tries the attack. Backs out of trouble. Resets. Walls a Cologne for three again. Puts it in. 17-8's our score as the Lady Vikings are on a hot streak here in the late goings of the first quarter. Yates now. On over, finds Soriano. On top to Whitney Miller, works over to Taren Yates. Hostrawser one and down in the corner. Yates will go on top to Whitney Miller. On over. Tipped away by Craig. Hostrawser wanted that one, but Craig jumped in front of the passing lane. Wagner goes on the drive. Behind the back dribble. On over to Craig. She'll attack. Through the lane, up and off the glass. No good, but she'll draw the foul on the way through.
Really good job by her to go down and get the contact for the foul shots.
That's going to be on Alyxa Viers. Be her second personal. Team's fourth of the half. With 7.2 remaining. Craig to the line for her first trip to the free throw line. She gets that first one to drop. They'll extend their lead out. Shots up, off the mark. Viers with the rebound. 6 seconds now. Got to hurry down and force a shot. Whitney Miller on over Taren Yates. She'll try a buzzer beater. Oh, just off the mark. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. 18-8's our score. Valley's out in front. So.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, you got it? Remember how to do it?
Yeah. So I'm ready.
Yep. And then go all the way up. No, go up. Just take your arrow up to the front here. And then do save.
Okay.
Kenny showed me that one last night.
Oh.
You're
I
good.
thought the other button was good enough.
Well, I thought it was too, but I saw him do it, and he said to do it, so I just started it. So, Gavin, who we got leading the way points-wise for both teams?
For Triton, we have Whitney Miller with 4. Taren Yates and Hostrawser both have 2. For Valley, we have Walls and Wagner with 6. Mellot with 3. Backus with 2. And Craig with 1.
So there's our scoring there. Like I said, they kind of exploded there. I mean, it was pretty tightly contested opening quarter there. I mean, Triton had the lead for a little bit. I mean,
yeah.
they played well in that first quarter. It's got that offense keep coming. You know that pressure defense is really going to start to kind of play a factor.
Mm-hmm.
If Triton can find a way to, they found a way to beat the press. They can find a way to beat this half-court press. It's kind of the same concept, but you've got less court to work with.
Yeah.
So Triton will start off with the ball here in the second quarter. Out there is Soriano. Is out there with Bules, who just checked in, Kinsey Atkins, Lexia Hostrawser, and Whitney Miller. Valley will have a substitution bringing in Stiles, the 5'11 freshman. And she'll be out there with Walls, Craig, Backus, and Wagner to round out the 5 for the Lady Vikings. Soriano gets it. Here comes the trap. On over to Whitney Miller. Trying to find a way to open up something down low in the post. Bules wants to go somewhere, but Wagner got a piece of it, and now they're going to have a convoy going back down the other side, and she's going to still attack. Regains it and goes up strong with the left hand, and Tippy Valley will put it back in.
He's doing a really good job at driving and scoring tonight.
Soriano cross court onto Kinsey Atkins. They're going to work it around the perimeter, trying to find something to open up. Hostrawser trying to get positioned down low. Soriano thought about the two, looking at it, goes to Bules, and then her pass will get intercepted, and they're fighting for the ball, and Valley takes it away. Wagner will leave it for Craig. She'll work straight away. On over. Walls within the right wing. Wagner down in the paint. Force over to Stiles. Craig now on the attack. Drops down to Backus. Her shot's off the glass. No good. Banks closed there. But she reopened. Oh, she'd still close there as those two attempts. She goes empty down there in the paint. Hostrawser feeds Bules down the low block. Bules wanted to go back to Lexi up there in the corner. Pulls it back.
It was a really good pass by Lexia to get down to her.
Bules shots up, no good, and Hostrawser falls down trying to get the rebound. And Stiles will keep it alive, and Tippy Valley comes away with it.
Lexia did a really good job to fight down there, try to get the rebound.
She's doing good. She just needs to keep fighting down there because she's going to find a way to beat them down there. She's getting it figured out. Wagner with the deep two, puts it in.
Puts her to 10 points on the game.
And with that 10th point by her, Triton's going to take their first time out of the ball game. So, Gavin, we kind of know what they're doing offensively. What kind of things would you do? I mean, if you're down there calling the shots. I mean, we know Coach Heckaman is a great coach.
Yeah.
We know he's going to get the most out of these girls and what he can get out of this team tonight. I know the girls are tired, but you're down there and the coach. What are you telling those girls to kind of keep motivated and keep them going?
We were doing well at the start. They just had to keep playing like they were. They just need to believe in themselves. On defense, they need to close out better onto the wing. That's where they're getting a lot of their shot attempts. It hasn't really gone in from there. They're doing a really good job scoring down the paint. But our defense needs to just step it up down there and try to get steals and score on the offensive side.
And you're exactly right when you go there and you look at that. I mean, we need to find a way to close out on the wings. Same difference. I mean, we shot 4 or 7 for the ball game from the 2-point line. I mean, we're playing pretty well shooting the ball. Yeah, we've attempted 4 threes. I mean, we've been very aggressive at attacking, trying to shoot those, trying to get those shots up. But we know that pressure defense is going to come in and it's going to kind of make things kind of crazy for us. But something's going to open up. With that trap, someone's going to be left open.
Yeah.
And we can't be afraid to pull the trigger. But like you said, got to close out on those wings a lot more. I mean, they're playing a good game defensively. Yeah, they're up 22-8. They just need a couple more of those shots to drop, and we could be looking at a completely different ball game. Valley now is going to come out with the press out of the timeout. Triton's worked really well against the press this season. Really growing in that department. They really are starting to look for passes and look to get it past the half court line. We're going to get a foul on the way through on Valley. And that's going to be on Walls. That'll be, I believe, her
first foul.
First foul. Team's second of the half. Kinsey Atkins receives the inbound. They're going to go to work.
Both teams have done a really good job at limiting their fouls so far. I think this is probably one of the lowest games we've seen for fouls.
Hostrawser in the right wing. Craig with the defense on her. Hostrawser had a big game against LaVille. And I want to go there. Yates can't quite corral it. And the Vikings take back over. 22-8's our score here. I'm Andy O'Hara alongside Gavin Greer and the Hall of Famer Ryan Limler for the Triton Trojan Sports Network. I am tongue-tied tonight. Sheesh. Maybe it's a sugar rush after getting the TTSN special from the concession stand. Kinsey, what's that?
Right there, they did a really good job at all closing in, cutting off all pass options for her and taking it back for us.
That was good. I mean, defensively, I mean, we're doing a really good job in the backcourt forcing turnovers. I mean, that's one thing this team has done really well this season. I mean, forcing 5 turnovers. I mean, that's pretty good against a Valley team that athletically is very gifted. I mean, you watch them play out here. They are very gifted. Down low to Bules. She'll go up strong, puts it in.
Really good pass to open that up for her.
That might be a bucket they needed to kind of keep working on things. Craig now hands on over to Stiles. She'll work right. Leaves it for Walls. Kind of a high bounce pass. On to Craig. She'll step back and she'll use a spin cycle and goes up and in. Nice move by Craig to go in there and attack on offense.
That was really impressive.
Yates now. Leaves it for Atkins on over to Bules. Hostrawser now. She's got some space in there, but doesn't see Craig coming from behind her, and she'll knock it away.
Emma Craig with that last bucket for Valley.
And
substitution for Lady Vikings.
Mellot will check in.
Kaydence Mellot.
So Mellot back in, so the starting 5's out there now for Valley. Atkins with the deep pass into Whitney Miller. 4:11 remaining here in the second quarter. Valley's out in front. Triton working back. Bules finds Yates in the corner. Good defense there by Walls and tries to keep it alive, and Bules can't corral it. Oh, okay, they changed it. And Bules will catch it and kind of go out of bounds with it.
Looked like Walls is already out, though.
So Wagner now straight away, works it on over, finds Mellot. She's in the corner. Hostrawser comes out there to greet her. Back to her again. Good job by Hostrawser to kind of close out there and kind of contest that shot there by Mellot. She'll miss that one. Whitney Miller brings it up to the floor. Finds Kinsey Atkins. Oh, Backus kind of hit the floor there and kind of got tangled up. Whitney Miller on the right wing. On top, Kinsey Atkins. Quickly over to Jaelyn Bules. Hostrawser with it. Craig comes to take away, but Hostrawser looks like she got fouled through there. Bules tries to save, tries to keep it alive, and it's going to go off Mellot. And head coach Chris Kindig wanting an explanation.
Jaelyn did a really good job getting over there and making her defender touch the ball before it went out.
It's a good job to go. I mean, the hustle play to go back there and attack, that was great.
Yeah.
Taren Yates throws up one there at the three-point line. Bules comes from behind, but she's going to get her on the foul there. A little too aggressive on the push. Student section pretty boisterous down there on a Wednesday night.
I think it's mostly Jeremiah.
That's the one I've heard so far. And then of course, you got Zach Tucker down there, birthday boy. There, a guy's shot out for him. I'm a little worried about this want to interview me thing. I'm a little nervous about it.
I wouldn't let him do it.
Oh, it's going to have to be tape delayed.
Yeah. Probably never posted.
Keep it for sentimental reasons. Triton tries to get the rebound, but Walls comes away with it up high to Wagner. Nice job by her to elevate and bring that one down. She'll go to the floor, but Taren Yates blocks it. Nice heads-up play by Taren Yates to get a hand up there and knock it away.
Who shot it?
Wagner did.
Wagner, okay.
Whitney Miller on the left wing now goes to work. On top, Kinsey Atkins finds Bules on the right wing. Triton working it around here. Whitney Miller now. She'll go baseline. Finds Yates across the way. She'll try a jumper. Puts it in. Nice mid-range jumper there by Taren Yates. And Triton's back on the board. And they draw even. Trailing now by 12.
Whitney did a good job to draw down the defense down there. Get Yates open for the shot.
Time foul number 32, Hostrawser.
So Hostrawser will get her first personal. Team 6 inbound goes into Wagner. She jumps up high for that one. On over. Craig now will go on the attack. Up and no good. Rebound's going to go to Bules. The Valley faithful wanted a foul there.
She did go down kind of hard.
Officials letting them play through the contact. As Kinsey Atkins now will work over to Taren Yates. Miller pass tipped by Wagner, but Atkins recovers. And Wagner jumps in the way of that passing lane there. And she'll go strong, but Kinsey Atkins will get her on the foul.
Good job by her to get down there and make it harder for her to score, make her earn them.
Triton foul number 34, Atkins.
So that'll be her first personal foul, team 7. So that'll be the bonus for final minute 34 seconds here of this half. And Wagner gets out to tickle the twine there. And Stiles will check in as Backus will get a break.
Substitution for Lady Vikings number 24, Corinna Stiles.
So Wagner now, the 5'7" junior, attempts her second shot off the back iron, a little too strong, and she'll go 1 for 2 on that trip. Hostrawser trying to find Kinsey Atkins and does. And Triton now on the offensive attack, minute 26 remaining here in the second quarter. Kinsey Atkins on over to Taren Yates. She's on the right wing. Cross court, Whitney Miller. She'll go with the head fake and try to shake the defender off. Yates will drive, tries to go to Hostrawser. High pass, Hostrawser finds Miller. And she'll take a deep 2, had her foot on the line. Yates tries to knock it back in, and Kinsey Atkins recovers. Minute 2 now. Finds Bules on over. Taren Yates pulls it up for another jumper. Can't get that one to hit the mark. And we're inside the final minute remaining. 25-12 is our score. Tippecanoe Valley out in front. Walls in the corner. Pulls it back. Good job by Kinsey Atkins to close out on the shooter. And she'll free herself up. Hostrawser tries to get there and throws her off just enough to miss that one. Whitney Miller getting caught there with that trap. Taren Yates now gets the basketball. On over, Kinsey Atkins now. Works it across to Whitney Miller. She'll drive. Pull-up jumper for her is up and looked like she might have gotten fouled on the shot. A little delayed call. And Coach Kindig will be like, I was a little delayed.
Number 12, Craig.
So Whitney Miller now the Swiss Army knife to the charity stripe for 2 and makes the most of those opportunities by hitting that first shot there. 5 points on the night for her. Whitney Miller now with her second attempt off the mark there. Rebound goes to Stiles for the Vikings. 21 seconds now remaining in the second quarter. Valley's got the ball. Gotta believe they're going to hold for this final shot here in this second quarter. Walls, she'll try a deep 3. Off the mark, no good. Rebound is going to be a fight for it. Mellot will try it there. And that'll be the end of the second quarter. 25-13 is our score. Gavin, what are we looking at scoring?
For Triton, we have Whitney Miller with 5 points, Taren Yates with 4, and then Bules and Hostrawser both with 2. For Valley, we have Sidney Wagner with 11, Jillian Walls with 6, Craig and Mellot with 3, and Hayley Backus with 2.
So there's our scoring. We're going to take a break here for the Triton Trojan Sports Network. We'll be back right after halftime.
have about a minute until the start of the second half. Triton's down 13-25 against Valley. So far in the game, Triton shooting Valley's shooting 10 for 28 from the field. Triton shooting 6 for 15. Triton has 10 turnovers while Valley has 3. Valley's forced 7 steals against us to our 1 steal. Triton has shot 0% from 3. We were shooting 25% from free throw. That's down from the last game. We shoot there from 3-point line free throw. Assist-wise, we have 5 assists. We had 17 fouls and 16 rebounds last quarter. Looks like the Triton starters would be Miller, Yates, Atkins, Viers, and Hostrawser. Starting the second half for Valley would be Wagner, Walls, Craig, Backus, and Mellot.
Sorry, had to go conversate with some people.
You're good. I was able to fill some time.
See? Yeah, you got this. So here we go. Valley's got to start the second half, leading here 25-13. Gavin, what would you try to work on here in the second half to kind of close this one back, to kind of get back into this one?
Really be more intense, try to force more turnovers.
Like I said, I mean, we only forced
1 turnover so far. Well, 1 steal.
1 steal so far in the ballgame, but they've got their hands on a lot of them to knock them away.
Yeah.
We'll see if they can get things going down the post there with Viers and Hostrawser. As Backus' shot's up, no good, but Viers comes in to contest. And I got a funny feeling Abbey Viers is going to get her on the shot.
Shout out to tech support. He saved my life there with the sound.
Oh, I texted him. He said tech support just checking. I said, well, camera audio is a little having some issues. I didn't finish my sentence, so now that I realize. So Alyxa Viers come in. Abbey Viers will check out. And that one off the mark. Wagner with the putback. It's up and in.
Puts Wagner up to 13 points on the game.
A 3-point swing there for Valley. Whitney Miller pulls it back. Hostrawser, she'll try a 3. Just off the mark. Good look for Lexia Hostrawser.
Was a good look. She had an open shot and she took it.
And that's the kind of thing you got to do there. When you get open looks like that, you want to attack and take those shots.
Mm-hmm.
And Lexia takes advantage of a good shot there. She trusted herself. And then once you get that confidence build up in yourself as a shooter to really attack, that's when things really start to open up for you.
Trent really needs to work on just not being afraid to shoot it. If someone's guarding you and you think that you have a little bit of room, you should be able to take it.
Man, and that's where it comes in, trusting yourself and trusting your teammates to help make the play. I mean, that's where that comes into. And this is a close-knit group out here. As Kinsey Atkins will dial long range, just off the mark there. Rebound to Backus. Wagner with the basketball past the half-court line on a hurry. Nice job by Kinsey Atkins to get in there and poke that one away. Whitney Miller looking down court, wanted to go to Atkins. She'll try another one. Just sidearm, just short. And Viers will get fouled on the offensive rebound. And Bules will get ready to check back in.
Foul number 44, Alyxa Viers.
Now, if we could just get the guys over here to join the pep block, we'd probably have a halfway decent pep block.
Yeah.
Well, some of them were over there.
Well, it's cheering from both sides.
There you go. They're forcing the opposition on this side. That's what you call a mobile pep block. You know, you never know where they're going to be. They just keep moving back and just keep moving. They could show up anywhere. I mean, Wagner with the putback there, and it's up and in.
Sidney Wagner.
If only we had a gym like Plymouth, we could walk all around it.
Well, I have a feeling if we move the pep block over here, those guys would move over there.
Well, hey. It just depends what they feel like that night. Hostrawser looked like she got fouled on the shot. Kinsey Atkins, nice job by her to adjust and attempt that 2-point field goal. You know, that's one thing I always appreciate about these girls out here for the Blue Swish. Their attitudes they're always having a good attitude. I mean, they're always smiling and having fun, and always encourage one another. And they're having fun. That's what most of it is about.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, wins and stuff, but if you're out there having a good time and working with your classmates and just being a part of a team and really doing a good job, I mean, as far as trying to really work together towards a common goal, I mean, that's what makes this group so special to watch.
It's good to see if someone makes a mistake, they don't bring them down, they build them up, try and make them know what to do better next time.
And with a lot of them playing volleyball together in different sports. Nice look from Yates to Bules.
Puts Bules up to 4 points on the game.
So Taren Yates now. Wasn't she wearing long sleeves in the first half?
I don't know.
Backus will get that one to drop.
Hayley Backus.
Kindig trying to get him away from the press, getting his Vikings to back up a little bit. And they'll fall back into their half-court offense. Miller on over to Kinsey Atkins and comes close to that half-court line. Yates will dribble into a strong shot. Back iron. I like the aggressiveness shooting. Backus with it on top. Mellot will work it over to Walls. Wagner with the deep two. Nice job by Hostrawser to close out there on defense. Whitney Miller came close to the baseline right in front of the official. Good job of her to keep her balance. Atkins now with the basketball. She's going to go to work here. Looking over to Whitney Miller, finds her up top. They're going to let their offense kind of set up. Coach Heckaman calling out what he wants to do. As Kinsey Atkins will try another three. Dials long distance there, but she'll get shut off. And an over and back call is going to be called on Lexia Hostrawser. Now that's one thing I wonder. When you have a height advantage over somebody, you go to rebound, how hard it must be just to not be like, I'll take that.
Yeah.
You know that's real hard for that ball. I mean, that's a tough thing to do, I imagine. I mean, I've never had to worry about that because I've been shorter than everybody else. Mellot's shot is up, and Whitney Miller fights for the rebound.
Kinsey had done a good job of closing out on that shot, forcing her to miss it.
They're doing a good job really closing out on defense, especially on the shooters. They're making them work for every shot they take.
Yeah.
As they work it around the perimeter here, Taren Yates goes to Bules. Nice pass down there. Shots up, no good. Rebound for Walls. Triton's going to get called for a foul. Good job by Hostrawser down there in defense to really make them work for it.
Gives her third foul. It's her third player with 3 fouls.
Triton foul number 4, Yates.
Wagner again, they like that inbound play, and Backus with the putback, not there, and Kinsey Atkins. Oh, Craig's got the rebound. She'll go up strong, puts it in.
Craig.
Gives Craig 5 points on the game.
So they're now coming up past the half-court line. Taren Yates, right wing three is up, and it's just short of the mark. And Hostrawser can't get there in front of it to bring in the rebound. As I said earlier tonight, JV falling to Valley, 27-23. But that was a pretty good game, that JV contest. It was pretty close. It was pretty – Triton kind of was in the driver's seat for most of the game, and then Valley came storming back there at the end. I mean, it was a good game by both teams.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw some good shooting, good plays by Emma Hepler, and looks like she'll be getting ready to check in. She had a great JV contest tonight. So, I mean,
10 points.
10 points on the night for her. So, yeah, I mean, she did pretty good. She had 10 points, 4 points there for Kinsey Atkins, 5 for Delaney Miller. And Delaney's really starting to do some really special things on the court. I mean, she's starting to kind of figure things out there, and she's really kind of came along this season.
She's shooting a lot more, too.
And Gwyneth Borsa had some pretty good plays as well. I mean, a couple blocks and a couple pretty key rebounds. I mean, she played really well, I mean, coming off the bench. And we saw players like Morgan Feldman had 2 points. And Jolie Groves, I mean, Jolie's another one where she's got a high motor. When she kind of gets matures maybe in another year, she's going to be a real good varsity player when she gets her chance. I mean, just gets that shot to dial in a little bit. She's going to be a special player.
Wonder if any of those skills are from her dad.
I got a funny feeling. And plus, you got that much experience at home kind of being a coach. I mean, why not? Why not try to find out what Dad can teach you?
Saw him on the sideline at halftime trying to tell her what to do a little bit.
A lot of wisdom there. I'm sure when Dad talks, I would be listening.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of knowledge there. Soriano with the steal there. And they'll come back here on the offensive end. Bules circling her way back to the right wing. Hostrawser now working out to the perimeter. She's trying to find a spot. Craig's had enough, and she'll come and tip it away, and it'll go out on Valley. Craig with a nice – that was a good defensive job there by Craig to kind of jump in the way there.
Yeah.
Whitney Miller now on the left wing. Up top, Soriano. Works on over to Bules. She'll go. Trying to find the place to go with the basketball. Trying to find an open look here. The offense is being patient. Hostrawser gets it in the corner. Goes down to Bules. She'll try a shot. No good there. Good defense by Valley. Right idea by Hostrawser. She saw it there. I mean, that was a good move. You don't know if that's going to go out of bounds. You might as well go try to make an attempt.
Mm-hmm.
Like the attitude by Hostrawser to keep attacking and not giving up on the play.
Looked like student section helped 22 know her shoe was untied.
That was courtesy. Courtesy. That's. And that one will go right through as well. The tying the shoes somewhat helped as Wagner now will go up and shot in. No good. Mellot kind of gives up real slowly. Hostrawser's got a free lane to the basket, and she'll come up. Ball will go out as Walls will run down, use that speed to run down behind Hostrawser and knock it away.
Dr. Feelgood's watching tonight. He must like when you say call Whitney Swiss Army knife because he posted that on the chat.
Hey, I'm telling you, she's a Swiss Army knife. I mean, look at MacGyver. You could use it in any situation, and Whitney can do about anything she wants to do out there on the basketball court. I'm just saying. Throw her in. She's brought the ball, played point guard. She can play down low. She can pass. She can shoot, rebound, block, steal. She can do it all.
Emma did a really good job there of keeping the play alive. Ball went loose. She got right on top of it.
Hostrawser now works on over to Whitney Miller now. She's in the corner on over to Hostrawser. Back to Soriano on the right wing to Emma Hepler. Drops down to Hepler, on over to Bules. She'll drive, pulls it back, on over to Soriano. Quickly to Whitney Miller. Wanted to go down to Hostrawser. But she tries to get down and drop. Well, now Valley student section starting to get a little vocal over there.
Yeah.
And that'll bring Stiles in. And Backus will get a break.
Tippy Valley substitution number 24, Corinna Stiles.
A lot with it on the left side. Goes to Craig up top the key. She'll drop it on over, and it'll go just off the mark to Walls. And that'll be a Valley turnover.
Oh,
you're good. Hepler now on the right side, works it back to Soriano up top. Goes to Hostrawser in the paint. Hepler will try a three. Oh, just good look, just off the mark. Right idea. I mean, the girls are being real aggressive shooting.
Mm-hmm.
And Coach Heckaman over there coaching on the sideline with his players on the bench.
They just got to keep taking those shots. Eventually it'll go in.
Hey, like I said last night in the interview with Keegan and Chandler, like I said, great shooters. I mean, they'll all tell you the best way to get better at shooting is keep shooting.
Like Dwayne Wade once said, you have to shoot even if you're shot 0 for 9 with the same confidence that the next shot's going to go in as the start of the game.
Exactly. Hostrawser buzzer shot. Oh, just off the mark. It looked good. And that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter. Valley leading 36-17. Look at that, Gavin. On the job training. Look at that. You've already got it down, buddy. Tech support would be proud.
Got to look at the bench here.
Oh, and we got to give a shout out to the bench down there doing the happy couple down there. I mean, I guarantee the numbers are on point tonight.
They always are.
They always are all on point. I mean, especially that gentleman sitting on the right there, and, of course, the better half on his left, or on our left, sitting there with him helping run the clock. Appreciate their help here tonight. I gave him a shout-out. He'll be happy. Wait till I tell him tomorrow he made the big time.
And number 44, Alyxa Viers.
So we're going to have some time out. So, Gavin, you go in the fourth quarter. Okay, yeah, trailing by 19. You know, you kind of know the game's kind of not – I mean, you never know what could happen.
Yeah.
But this is the point, like you said, keep being aggressive. Keep shooting the basketball because you never know what's going to happen. And Ryan threw some stats up there for scoring-wise for us.
Leading for Triton's Miller, Yates, and Bules has 4. Then Viers, Abbey, and Hostrawser have 2. For Valley, Wagner has 17. 6 goes to Walls. Then Craig has 5. So does Backus, and Mellot has 3.
So there you go. Starting 5 out there the 5 out there is going to be both Viers sisters, Emma Hepler, Soriano, and Yates. Stiles, Backus, Walls, and the ball thrown away there. Wagner and I'm missing somebody. And Mellot out there for the Lady Vikings.
That was a good pass attempt by Viers. She just threw it too hard. It would have been a good play if she had gotten it through.
So who are we getting for an interview tonight?
I don't know yet.
I don't know. I mean, I did the Westaver brothers last night. Should we try for the Viers sisters? I mean,
we could.
I mean, you might as well give her a shot. We're going to get a foul on the way through on Triton.
You say we just leave all this stuff set up and have it all ready for tomorrow?
I'm good with that. It's less work of tearing down. You're just a tick faster. Wagner's shot, off the mark. She tried to draw some contact there, and nice job by Emma Hepler to get in there and force the jump ball. Good job by her. I mean, Emma's really like I said, Emma's kind of coming along pretty good here as of late. I mean, she's a good basketball player. I mean, watch her play. Mm-hmm. She plays well during volleyball and all the other sports she participates in. But basketball, she's really starting to kind of come on, gain some confidence. Emma's a good athlete.
She is.
It's like there. She's been all over that half court on defense. I mean, she was making everybody work for everything. She was just a high motor running through there. Soriano now at the basketball. Get ready to work past the half court line. On over to Emma Hepler. Yates will tend to take her eye off the ball just for a moment. Goes to Alyxa Viers. She's on the elbow. On over to Emma Hepler. With the head fake, tipped away by Wagner. And Wagner is going to fight Soriano for the basketball, but Taren Yates will try to come in and defend her. And Wagner will fall to the ground on her own accord. And Mellot with the putback. And they'll hit the 40-point mark here in the ball game.
Puts Mellot up to 5 points.
Viers to Viers on that exchange, and Alyxa Viers will try to get to Emma Hepler, and now to get thrown away. Backus now goes strong. Nice block by Abbey Viers. Walls out there trying to force Taren Yates to turn over that one, but good job by Yates to stay with it. They'll go to Viers down the corner, trying to work it around there. Abbey Viers with the shot just off the mark. Good defense by Backus, but yet Viers trying to fight for it. We're going to get a jump ball. It's going to stay here with Triton. Everybody's fighting for the basketball down there.
Mm-hmm.
Substitutions for Valley, number 12, Emma Craig. For Triton, number 34, Kinsey Atkins.
So Soriano now to inbound. Looks over, finds Emma Hepler. Drops back. Soriano will go to drive. Finds Abbey Viers. Finds Alyxa. Shots up and just off the mark. Backus will find Wagner and she'll slow it down. Coach Kindig telling them to put the brakes on just a little bit on the fast break. Trying to see if they can let them work their half-court offense. Craig trying to find some space, get some separation, finds Mellot. On to Wagner. Cross-court to Craig. Loses the possession just for a minute there, but regains it. Stays with the basketball, goes up strong, and he'll get fouled on the way up. I believe that's going to be on Abbey Viers.
Triton foul number 24, Abbey Viers.
I mean, it'd be nice to leave everything set up. I mean, I'm not going to complain.
Well, I didn't know if you like this view or.
I don't mind. I like this view. I like being able to see the bench. A shot drops there for Craig. And seeing her first minutes of the ball game will be Butler. Good. She kept saying her for Varsity. I knew who it was, but Craig gets that one just off the mark. And Kinsey Atkins, who just checked in, goes on the offensive. Finds Emma Hepler. Soriano, they're working around the perimeter. Good job there. Hepler for three. Can't get that one to go. Rebound, Abbey Viers. Soriano with it. Finds Kinsey Atkins back to Emma Hepler. Goes to Abbey Viers. Finds Alyxa. Good ball move by the Blue Swish here.
Really doing a good job moving around.
Nice pass. Soriano kind of tracking, takes her time and gets it the friendly roll. Good play there by Soriano to get that one to go up and in. Craig down the left wing, up top to Butler. Soriano tries to get in there and get in the way of Backus. And Soriano will commit the foul. That'll be the 7th team foul. No fouls this half for Tippecanoe Valley.
Number 12, Soriano.
Backus just shots off the mark on the one-on-one opportunity. And Kinsey Atkins will receive it. Of course, like we said, tomorrow night, Triton's taking on Elkhart Christian here at the Trojan Trench. No JV, so it'll just be the varsity, I believe. That's at 6:30, right?
Yeah, varsity only at 6:30. And if you want to watch wrestling, you can go over the TAC and.
That's right. That's tomorrow
I don't
night.
know. I don't know if the same ticket gets you into both. But
Well, you could ask.
if you have a pass, you can get into both.
Oh, there you go. Soriano tries to inlet pass to Viers. Good job by Abbey Viers to stay with it. Of course, the girls will be playing Casson on Saturday afternoon. The boys will have Pioneer on Friday night. Talking to Tyler Heckaman there at halftime. He knows it's going to be a physical battle, and the guys are going to be ready. Pioneers can give all they can handle. They're pretty tough. They're a pretty tough bunch.
Two twins are going to play well.
The Llewellyn brothers are very athletic, very well. They played us really well last year.
Mm-hmm.
So get a foul there, of course, for the football players wanting to get a shot of revenge against the defending state champions last year. I mean, there are a few of our football players that play basketball where they were wanting that win really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Emma Hepler receives the inbound. On to Kinsey Atkins. 3.5 remaining in the ball game. Tippecanoe Valley out in front. Hepler goes to Alyxa Viers, and she'll go. Backus will lose her footing, and then she'll jump back up for the reach. She kind of lost her footing, kind of trip and fall down.
Yeah.
Valley foul number 20, Backus.
So, I guess they have 3 team fouls.
Yeah, I missed one of them.
Oh, you're good. I looked and was like, whoa, wait a minute. They just said 0.
Oh, I guess it was on her, too. Now we got it.
There you go. And Triton will turn it over there on the inbound. As Walls will check back in, I believe she's coming in for Wagner, and she'll get a break. She's played well here tonight. Wagner finding double digits, 19 points on the evening. Gotta believe that's going to probably be it for her tonight. Kinsey Atkins, good gamble there to try to get a hold of the ball. Soriano comes away with it. She's on the attack and goes up strong, trying to go coast to coast and draws the foul. Good job by Jess Soriano to put her head down and just attack that basket and try to draw the foul. And Jolie Groves will be coming in for Soriano.
Triton substitution number 10, Jolie Groves.
So Groves now gets ready to attempt her second shot from the free throw line. Oh, excuse me, as Groves will check in for Kinsey Atkins. Shot for Soriano is up and in. And Triton back on the board.
Gives Soriano 3 points on the game.
Good game for her. I mean, she's been played pretty aggressive here in the second half. Stiles goes down to Backus. Good defense by Abbey Viers. She'll block it. We'll get a piece out there on the shot. Nice job by Abbey Viers on the defense. Soriano works on over to Alyxa Viers, finds Emma Hepler on the right side. She'll drive, pulls back. One to find Jolie Groves and does. Groves on the right side. She'll go with the screen. Find Soriano. Stiles out there on her. 2:27 remaining in the ball game. On over to Alyxa Viers. Groves down the right wing. She'll drive. Stops. And we're going to get a reach, I believe, on Butler. Or a push. And it'll stay here with Triton. So 4 team fouls now for Tippecanoe Valley. 5 team fouls.
It's all in like 2 minutes, isn't it?
Well,
2 to 3 minutes.
Possibly. And Soriano's trying to get the pass up high and over to the ball player, and then Triton will turn it over. Butler on the attack, sends it back across the walls. Good job of her to stay with it. Craig now with the basketball. She'll drive. Goes up strong, and we're going to get a double dribble.
She's had 2 pretty good spin moves this game.
Yeah, she's been a pretty good athlete down there for them. I mean, playing kind of really patrolling the kind of that mid-range spot.
Yeah.
Hepler now at the basketball. Works over to Jolie Groves. On to Viers. Kicks it over to Emma Hepler. Emma will find Abbey and works down to Alyxa. Emma Hepler, I'm really like Emma's passing. And she has really, their passes have really gotten a lot better as the season's gone on.
Yeah.
Which she's kind of one of those leading assist people there for volleyball. Soriano, mid-range jumpers up and just off the mark. And a good job by Butler to make sure Jolie Groves wasn't going to get to that one. And it'll go back to Tippecanoe Valley. On top, Butler with it now as we near the final minute of the ball game. Tippecanoe Valley out in front, 41-20. Pretty good, tightly contested first quarter, and Valley just kind of got to the point where they just kind of pulled away.
Looks like they're just going to try to dribble it out, pass it around the rest of the game.
You know, Valley's a very tough team. I mean, Triton still, they had a lot of good moments here. I mean, they took a lot of shots. I mean, at the same time, they're attempting the shots. They're not afraid. I mean, granted, they didn't get a three-pointer to drop, but they had a lot of good looks as Kindig will take a timeout, probably to get some of his JV players to come in to kind of fill out the rest of the game for them. But, you know, the fact they were aggressive in taking shots, the defense was aggressive. You know, Valley is a pretty good team where they're sitting. As Orion there is looking something up.
No, I was just going to see. I didn't know if – no. I wondered if Valley had played Manchester yet, but that's their final game of the season. So, well, it was a good thought. I wouldn't have thought of that. But like I said, I mean, for how these girls competed tonight, you know, you're going to face tough teams. But these games here like this really make you stronger. We saw what Plymouth and Northwood did for our boys and what it's going to do going forward. You know, Tippecanoe Valley is a tough team. I mean, it's a tough match, but granted, kind of the neighboring schools, if you will.
Yeah.
I mean, to have them come up here and play this game, I mean, it's a game that's worth watching each year. I mean, we see a lot of things go back and forth. Valley's always had some great girls teams. Triton's obviously had some good girls teams as well. I mean, it's a good fun matchup. The two backyard schools going at it hand to hand here. I mean, this is a good matchup for one another.
We've held them under their season average so far.
Exactly, and that's another thing. They did that with Knox too. They held them under their average. I mean, the defense really stands tall. I mean, you know, as a guy whose football team, whose defense always plays really well, the offense was kind of You know, the defense, that is a positive point. That's something you can build off of, is that defense, and that can really grow your offense. As Valley will foul somebody, as Butler will get the foul there. It'll be their 6th team foul. As we near the final 20 seconds of the ballgame, Valley's going to improve to 8-2 on the season, and Triton will fall
to 4-8.
To 4-8 on the season. So JV and Varsity both the same record for both sides. Butler gets the fast break shot up and in. And that's going to be the ball game, 43-20. Valley winning here at the Trojan Trench. Gavin's going to read off our point totals here, and we'll have some interviews here once Gavin's done.
Leading scorer for Triton was Whytnie Miller, then Taren, Yates, and Jaelyn Bules had 4 points. Jessica Soriano had 3, and Lexia Hostrawser and Kinsey Atkins had 2. Lead scorer for Valley and leading scorer of the game was Sidney Wagner with 19 points. Craig and Walls both had 6. Backus and Mellot both had 5. And then Butler had 2 points to end the game.
All right, welcome back, Triton Trojan fans. I'm Andrew here with Gavin Greer and the Viers sisters. So we had the Westair brothers last night. Now I got the Viers sisters. Both of you played pretty good down the post. I know it was a tough game against Valley, but for both of you battling tonight, you both battled pretty hard in the post. You guys are getting it kind of figured out. And walk me through, Alyxa and Abby. Walk me through kind of your guys' growth this year, kind of down in the post, where you guys have kind of grown this year. Alexa, you go first. You're the senior.
Well, I just know that I need to try to just stay as low as possible, and whatever move I can do, because I am shorter, that I can just try to do the move as best as I can, because I have that height disadvantage.
Now think about it this way. Charles Barkley was short, and he played against those big 7-footers. He pushed them around like they were rag dolls. I mean, hey, if you got the mind to be strong down the post, you can push anybody around. I mean, you wrestle cattle all during the summertime, so this should be nothing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What about you, Abby?
One thing Heckaman has me doing a lot is he wants me to stay really open, get bigger in my stance, and shoot a lot more.
Well, I mean, you and your sister, I'm sure there's some battles that go on at home, I imagine, with some physical battles that may or may not happen. But being able to, with you two battle, I mean, you two should be the strongest two on the team.
Yeah.
Just saying about wrestle with cattle, I mean, you guys should be the two strongest ones on the team.
We got 2 more sisters at home, so there's 4 total.
Mercy sakes. I bet there's a lot of physicality going on in the household. I mean, a little bit of wrestling. Imagine. Not that bad.
Man.
Well, now let's be honest here. So, like I said, tough deal tonight. I mean, you guys got 3 games in a matter of 4 days this week. Walk me through how you guys are going to try to be rested and relaxed the next 4 nights.
A lot of work went into last night's practice, and he said, Heckaman coached us through it all. He goes, just go home, rest up. He goes, get here at your time tomorrow and just get in your right mindset for the game.
And for you girls with the volleyball, you guys know how to get your minds in the right set. I mean, with Coach Perry and everything, you guys know how, and Coach Heckaman going to get you there. When you guys get your guys' mind on the game, I'm telling you right now, watching you play in the post, from kicking it out, you're now attacking the basket. You see that growth. And Alyxa, with you coming with your valuable minutes, you guys are really doing a lot of positive things down there. I mean, granted, you know, the stuff will come on the scoreboard. But tonight, you got a team that averages 56 points a game. You kept under 45 points. That right there, you know, sometimes the offense doesn't quite come there. But right there, that is a mental victory, because the conference teams better take notice, because like you said, guys, 1-1 in the conference. They better be ready to go, because how you guys play defense and how you guys lead and how you lead when you're not in the game, or how when you lead when you're not in the game, that is huge. And that kind of thing will build on the season as you guys keep going. So we were having fun with some questions this year.
Okay.
I'll let Gavin ask his first, and then we'll play off with mine second.
So what's your favorite part of playing with your sister? I'll start with you.
My favorite part is definitely when I have to guard her at practice, because then we get to just push on each other all the time.
And mom and dad can't interfere.
Yeah.
So there you go. So there's a positive. It's allowed. It's allowed.
And just the fact, because I know not a lot of girls get to play with their younger siblings, and the fact that I've been able to play with her for 3 years has just been a blast.
So, about you, Abby?
It's a lot the same as her. Being able to like get aggressive with her in practice and not have to be worried as, I'm hurting her feelings. Like just being able to go
get
at her.
over it. You'll be fine. Rub some dirt on. You'll be fine.
And it'll be fine.
Well, then next year you have a younger sister coming
Addison.
up. So Addison's coming up next year. You'll be a senior. She'll be a freshman.
Get more.
I mean, we'll have a Viers about every year, so I'll get to see a Viers. I mean, I'll have a Viers almost every year the rest of the way out for a while. So, my kind of fun question, I asked Tyler the other night after the boys' game. I know you guys do team meals, I would assume, right, for basketball?
Yeah.
Okay, so what parent makes the best dish?
Our best dish last night was Taren Meister. She's not a parent, but she's a close family.
Hey, we'll go with it.
She works out at Back 40. She made baked ziti last night. It was the best thing ever.
Oh, man, alive. That does sound pretty good.
You can't forget the Alfredo.
Can't forget the Alfredo.
Nah, but definitely another mom that makes like really good like snacks and meals is like Rhonda Miller.
Rhonda Miller.
All throughout
Every
the
day
years,
before
like
the
whenever I hear
Every
Rhonda
day.
has snacks, I'm like, oh yes, I'm gonna eat all of it.
So you got to have those pregame snacks. I mean, you can always go to the concession stand like this guy here, get his pretzel and his icing and everything, but the parents' pregame snacks, that's got to be extra special because close-knit group. Now, let's go the flip side of things. Who is the last person on this team you would let cook for you?
My mother.
What? No, hang on now. You're going to get me in trouble if she's not up there, is she?
I'm just saying.
What?
She has good snacks, but like it's the little things. Thanksgiving she forgot rolls were in the oven, so we.
Okay. I can relate to that. Now in the O'Hara household, my mom does not watch these, so I am safe to do all this. when she didn't experiment, she was great. When she experimented, Dad said you eat one meal, and one person each time had to eat an extra half a plate to
make you feel better.
And leftovers somehow disappeared before trash day. Somehow disappeared. Who's the worst cook for you on the team that you would not let cook for you? It doesn't have to be a parent. It could be a teammate.
This one. She left, no, that one. She lit popcorn on fire in our microwave.
You lit popcorn? That is the directions are on the package. You just hit the popcorn button once and start and you're done.
She put it in for 5 minutes.
I forgot it was in there.
5 minutes. It was 5 minutes. And it lit on fire.
So you like your popcorn well done when every the rest of us prefer normal popcorn. You like yours dead to where the corn's probably been dead for a couple of years at this point. It's radioactive at this point now, right?
I think anybody else on this team except her, because I've experienced her bad cooking.
Well, see, the boys. Tyler said Chandler Westhaver's the last person who would let it cook for him, and he goes. That's a scary meal when Chandler goes to cook. So, girls, like I said, keep having fun. You know that. And tonight, that's one thing. When you guys, especially during volleyball, when things got up there low, you're laughing and having fun. Even when there's a foul, like, man, that wasn't a foul in your mind. But yet you smile and keep encouraging one another. Keep that up. I mean, that right there is more important than a win. Is that mental fortitude to have fun, because everybody else is watching you guys. All these girls are watching you guys. And they see that when they get to that point with Coach Heckaman, as they grow, that's going to make these girls tougher. And that's all because of you guys and the legacy that you leave. So keep your heads up, keep having fun. Don't eat any more of Abby's popcorn, and you'll be fine. So, well, Trojan fans, we're going to hang it up for tonight so we can go home early and be here tomorrow night for 6:30 as we'll take on the Elkhart Christian Lady Eagles. Remember the Trojan way. Forgot the one time I forget my sign off. Okay.